Imagine walking past your neighbor's door every day, never knowing that just feet away, one of America's most notorious serial killers was dismembering his victims. This is the true story of living next door to Jeffrey Dahmer. What's up, mystery hunters? Welcome back. Today we're diving into the most disturbing neighbor horror story in criminal history. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, late 1980s to 1991. The Oxford Apartments at 924 North 25th Street, a rundown building with thin walls where Jeffrey Dahmer carried out his most heinous crimes. But he wasn't alone. Real people lived just feet away from unimaginable horror, completely unaware they were sharing their home with a monster. Residents reported overwhelming odors, rotting meat, chemicals, something sickly sweet. Vernell Bass, who lived directly below Dahmer, complained constantly about the stench seeping through her ceiling. Dahmer's excuse? A broken freezer. Then there were the sounds: power tools at 3 a.m., heavy objects dragging across the floor, and sometimes screaming. Dahmer claimed he was doing home renovations. The most chilling moment came in May 1991. 14-year-old Konorak Synthesumphone escaped Dahmer's apartment, naked, bleeding, speaking only Lao. Two neighbors, Nicole Childress and Sandra Smith, found him and called 911. But when police arrived, Dahmer convinced them the boy was his drunk boyfriend. Despite the women's protests, police returned Konorak to his killer. Within hours, he was dead. Think about this. You're living your normal life while someone through the wall is committing acts so horrific they seem impossible. The residents experienced what psychologists call retrospective terror, realizing they'd been inches away from extreme danger without knowing it. Many felt violated, not just by Dahmer's crimes, but by knowing their safe space had been contaminated by his presence. July 22, 1991. Tracy Edwards escaped Dahmer's apartment with handcuffs on his wrist and led police back to apartment 213. What they found defied comprehension: human heads in the refrigerator, body parts in acid, photographs of dismembered victims. For neighbors who'd complained for years, this brought validation and horror. They'd been right, but being right had never felt so terrifying. The building was demolished in 1992, but the psychological scars remain forever. The Jeffrey Dahmer neighbor horror story reminds us that evil hides behind ordinary facades. Warning signs were dismissed by neighbors, building management, and police. These residents lived through something that haunts them forever, sharing their daily lives with one of history's most disturbing killers, separated only by thin walls. Could you have spotted the warning signs? Let me know in the comments. If this gave you chills, smash that like button and subscribe for more true crime horrors. Remember, sometimes the most terrifying monsters live right next door. Stay safe, mystery hunters.